Good Friday afternoon. Meteorologist Nick Kelly checking in while meteorologist Danielle Davis is enjoying her day off. We are looking at plenty of sunshine finally gracing the skies once again after plenty of clouds, rain, a few thunderstorms, and even a little bit of snow from the other day and going into last night. But even though the skies will look nice for the rest of this weekend, it is going to be a cold final weekend to the winter season with freeze warnings on top of that for north central Arkansas going into effect tonight and lasting until 9 o'clock Saturday morning. Before those freeze warnings take hold and before everybody goes toward a downright cold start for Saturday morning, we'll get out of the 30s early this afternoon, top out around 44, at least in Springfield. Everybody should at least go into the 40s this afternoon before we venture back down through the 30s and down into the 20s as we go through the evening and certainly going into tomorrow morning. Quiet skies in place right now. The rain that we had the other day as well to the east of us now. Heavier rain along the Gulf Coast and wrapping in some lake effect snow for parts of the northern Great Lakes. But for us, though, we've got some clouds that'll develop and pass in from the northwest as we have a quick cold front coming in as well. And right behind that, a good area of high pressure coming out of Canada. Both of these features will ensure that the winter chill stays in place for the weekend before we see warmer temperatures back in play through next week. As far as Futurecast goes, it's got the right idea. We're mostly sunny out there right now to start the afternoon out. Then we'll have some passing clouds from the northwest. I think the Futurecast here is overdoing the clouds just a little bit. And any specks of radar trying to pop up here, I really think we're too dry at the surface for any of that to hit the ground. So whether the clouds come and go and across your neck of the woods or not, we will keep dry for this afternoon, for this evening, going into Saturday morning. Even with some partly sunny skies in the northeastern Ozarks, we'll keep dry for Saturday. Then a lighter breeze and clear sky Sunday morning. That will be the coldest night of the weekend before we see temperatures try to rebound by Sunday afternoon with plenty of sunshine to wrap up the weekend. As far as our wind speeds go, it is going to be brisk for this afternoon and for the next day or so. A northwest breeze at 10 to 20, and we're not even talking about the gusts near 30 at times throughout the course of the day. That breeze will lighten up overnight between 5 and 15 miles per hour, still out of the northwest though. Then that breeze kicks in once again, 10 to 20, gusts push between 25 and 30 for Saturday during the day. A lighter breeze Sunday morning as high pressure comes nearby. But then we're going to start to see a bit of a more westerly and southerly breeze start to build in by Sunday afternoon, and that is when some of the milder air will start to return. But until that mild air really returns, everybody will be in the upper 30s to start the afternoon out. A lot of spots in the Missouri Ozarks in the lower to middle 40s this afternoon, certainly mid 40s in northern Arkansas. Then look at the numbers by Saturday morning. By 9 a.m. at their coldest, I think a lot of us in the lower to middle 20s across much of the Ozarks, and only rebounding into the mid to upper 30s for Saturday afternoon. And look at how cold it gets for Sunday morning. Upper teens to about 20 degrees, including Springfield at 17. Then we're going to see highs back near 40 by Sunday afternoon. But as far as what the wind will do with those temperatures, it's going to make it feel like the 20s and 30s through the day, maybe some 40s for your feels like numbers near the Missouri-Arkansas state line. But then these numbers plunge into the upper single digits to mid-teens for most Saturday morning. These numbers really don't get out of the 20s during the day on Saturday, going into the mid-single digits to about the lower teens Sunday morning, and then we're going to see these numbers improve back into the mid-30s to 40 by Sunday afternoon. As far as the temperatures going into next week, finally back into the 50s Monday and Tuesday, lower to middle 50s in general, and then back above our average high of 60 on Wednesday with highs near 64, and even near 70 by Thursday. So the spring-like warmth and mild air will return going into next week, but so will some active spring weather, with one wave passing to our northwest, but just strong enough to give us some scattered showers to watch by Tuesday, maybe a few isolated showers on Wednesday, but then a stronger system will come into play for Thursday and going into Friday. Too early to say for sure if we'll see any thunderstorms that'll turn strong or severe, But by late next week, that is going to be the likely chance for widespread rain and maybe some thunderstorms. And by the end of the next week, hopefully rain totals, if you need the rain, we can cash in on these amounts, anywhere from an inch to about an inch and a half, maybe some locally higher amounts, depending on how well those rain chances by Thursday and Friday play out. But to recap things, we're quiet for this weekend, including the forecast for today, with mostly sunny skies and some passing partly sunny skies by late afternoon. Otherwise, highs near 44 in Springfield, 47 in Arkansas with a northwest wind at 10 to 20, gusts near 30 at times. Then that breeze lightens up with mostly clear skies tonight. That'll drop us back into the lower to middle 20s right across the area. Then going through the rest of the extended forecast, we are quiet for Saturday and Sunday, but highs in the mid-30s Saturday. Upper teens for Sunday morning with highs back near 40. We're finally back in the 50s after a cold Monday morning start. Then we're back in the mid-60s on Wednesday and back near 70 Thursday.